All right, so we've looked at the possibility of exploring how someone can go into hypnosis by uh, focusing and getting absorbed in some part of some experience that they like, and if we then validate their physiological changes, then that's a very respectful way for anyone to be invited into hypnosis. And we saw that in the experience, getting absorbed in, focused and absorbed in an experience that we like, there are resources there enough for everyone, enough for any situation. Otherwise, we wouldn't like the experience that we like. And when we saw that if we can ask someone to be absorbed in an experience that they like, we can look around for the specific experience, resource, mood, behaviour, whatever it is that's missing that has the problem be a problem. And we can look around and we can predictably find it. And then there can be ways of helping to translate that experience of being present, being aware, learning the experience of having the resource that someone's been looking for and wanting and connecting with, and they can sit with that and learn it, and there we go. That's the problem is then not so much solved as dissolved. But sometimes when someone says, oh, this is where I am, and if I could just do that, I'd be okay. But it feels like too large a leap. It seems too like a chasm between where they are and where they can see they want to go. So it can be helpful to find a way to help to bridge that gap. And a beautiful way of doing that is to speak about the way that most people, when they first learn to do something, have some kind of difficulty, trouble, maybe even a feeling of this is impossible. So to be specific about this, if we know what someone likes, let's just say for this example, let's say they like walking through the bush. Okay. And then let's just say that what the problem is that in bringing up the children, they're too rigid. They want, what's missing is some flexibility. I'm just making this up, but you can translate this into any situation. So they like walking in the bush, and what's missing is flexibility. Okay, so we can invite as part of the hypnotic experience a reflection by the client on their experience when we say, when you first learned to walk in the bush, when you first learned to walk, you were very rigid about how you held your body. Walking through the bush, you were very rigid about doing it this way or that way, always sticking to the track, always sticking to the path, never veering off the path. You were very rigid in the way that you did it. And then as you learned to walk, or more recently, as you learned to enjoy walking in the bush, you learned to be more flexible. And you not only learned how to walk, you not only learned to be flexible in your experience in the bush, you not only managed to do this, but now you've mastered it. Now it's something that you're sufficiently skilled that you even like this. Even though when you first were faced with this, when you first started to learn this, it may have seemed difficult or even impossible. And so when we have a conversation like that, when we invite a reflection like that, that when someone likes to do something, when they first learnt that, something was missing. And we're going to tell the story that for them or for someone else or some other people, the missing resource for their problem was also missing in their likes. And they learned over time in their own way, and now they've learnt it. So this early learning in relation to the likes is a beautiful way of transforming, oh, this is what I have to do, like a leap of faith. It transforms it into a process of learning. And like any learning, it happens suddenly or gradually or intermittently, it takes its own time, it comes and goes and so on. That's what learning is like for us. And we learn it. And the implication is you can learn this. So that's something to play with. And it could be fun to play with it and see what you make of that.